Last time I was playing, or last time I was doing a Let's Watch Third Strike, it was this video. So now here we are back again to watch the rest of it. I've been watching each new character that comes out for KO 15. I saw the fucking Team New Faces or whatever, Team Orochi. I think officially they were Team New Faces, but nowadays they're probably just Team Orochi. I don't know if Team New Faces exclusively used to them, or if like each game gets a new Team New Faces or something like that. Yeah. I saw Ralph and Clark. They showed footage that looks like it was attempting to be gameplay. I mean, I guess it was just gameplay between the two devs. CYS. Chris Yoshio Shirmy. Oh, wake up to wake up low short and then use it as a confirm. You don't see that very often in this game. Oh, double DP? Yo. Could he have super canceled that and tagged on one hit? It would have been bad anyway. Oh, that was... He wanted super there. If that was... I don't think it was even supposed to be Fireball super. I think it was just supposed to be super and then whiff headbutt. Text do I need to learn? Every character, you can ease your way into it. You don't have to go crazy learning like super hard combos. There's like very easy times where you just corner the opponent and then put up a light mirror or whatever. Fireball mirror, and then just like do overheads and lows. And that's not hard at all. Or stuff like this, that's not hard. That's a super easy custom unblockable. Or like corner combos, like Crutch Fierce, Tackle, Fireball Tackle. If you have that, that works on some characters. That's a pretty easy combo, I think. Ugh, that would have done a lot of damage if it hit. Was that stand short cancel? That was like zoom short. I can't remember the last time I saw that. I didn't even know it canceled. Ugh, what was that? So failed super. Did he want reversal super? Yeah, but he didn't have the meter. That's probably why. Tackle loops. It depends on if you're doing tackle into EX tackle after like an anti-air, fireball, then that's not too hard because you just have to do one like charge buffer. And then EX tackle gives you a charge for free very easily. Doing tackle after a Crutch Fierce is pretty hard. Oh no. But you don't have to do that. You can always just do Crutch Fierce, tackle like Stand Fierce. There's so many easy ways to play every character. How do time to parry opponent's attacks? Right before they hit you, tap forward. If you don't know when they're right about to hit you, then play more. It's as simple as those two things. Just keep those two in mind. Because if you play a lot, you'll know when they're about to hit you. Ah. That was probably a punish. Low forward wouldn't have hit in time, but low short actually did. You could have canceled that to super, I think. Yeah, you don't need to parry in this game. It's like kind of helpful. But like people oversell how good parrying is and undersell how good blocking is. Well, it really depends. A lot of bad players will be weaker to parrying than good players. And also, good players will be harder to parry. Well, I guess that's the same thing. Are every jump in the same in thirds? Actually, try to parry my jump ins. You can do that the same versus every character. That's what you're asking. Any characters that are normals can be parried, and any character. Whoa! Any character can parry on the way. That was nicely timed fireball. I thought it was gonna bounce off. Mirror always lasts the same amount of time, so there wasn't, you know, he just knew. Anyone can parry midair. What you do after you parry midair depends on what you parried, though. Some things, you know, if you parry like a Shoto Crouch Fierce, there's a lot of things that can happen. Maybe they don't cancel it, in which case you probably get a jumping combo. If they do cancel it, you know, you might be parrying a fireball, you might be parrying a DP. Things get hairy quickly. But they can't cancel every frame of it, too. That's the thing. Only like particular frames of Crouch Fierce cancel. The early ones. Double super, double super! Aww, I'm so sad. Double super was good there. He only needed like one extra hit. He had the meter. Double super. After any successful Necro super, you can do like another super for either 1 to 2 hits, depending on the character. It's normally 3-hit super, so you lose damage, but you know, you just need it a little bit. Well, he might have just not wanted to do it either. Well, I imagine, you know, it's possible, but it might not have necessarily occurred to him because it's a very weird thing to do. Normally, you would never do it. It's like how Ken can do light DP Shippu, and it gets extra hits. It's like technically it's possible, but like the scenarios where it's a good idea are rare, and because of that, you might not be ready for those scenarios. I'm not a super great parrier for my skill level, but I'm okay. I think being a better parrier would be the next step up for me to become a better player. Oh, the second super also tags on. Whoa, nice confirm. He got that super late connect. Light drill, I think, is the one that's very horizontal. I don't remember which drill's which. If it was SF5, it would be a light drill. But it might be the other way around for Necro. I never play Necro, so. That was medium? It looked so horizontal. Well, that looked like medium. Looked like a nice 30-degree angle. That's technically true. Elena does have a marginally harder time parrying than other characters. And that's because her neutral stance moves. He had the parry there. He went for the red parry really early, which is not a bad idea. But he had to do a red parry at some point or else he was dead. You can get it. It's not super hard. It's one of the easiest red parries in the game, but it's not free. Top secret move. That was really nice. He couldn't get the combo from the jump in. He probably had to do... What did he do? Stand short was the play once he landed. What did he do? He went back too far. No, I didn't go back far enough. No, I went back too far. Whatever, we're back here again. Let's jump, light kick, medium kick, and then what? Oh no, he did the right thing. He did like the fastest thing he could have done. I think he just connected too high. It was like hard to get anything there. Maybe mistimed the short. This is really good for Buki now, because like a couple block supers and she wins. This is like very hard for Neko to win. Yeah. Buki's SA1 is very strong in endgame. Well, the thing is, it doesn't matter if it's strong or not. It's like got a pretty good success rate. But more importantly, she's not risking too much. Because even if SA1 is parried, she's usually okay. I think that was just a jump. I think it was a super jump forward. I'd have gotten thrown there because I always parry there. Is it possible? Yeah. It all depends on a lot of factors. One of them is which version of super Ibuki uses, because it might lose hits at the end. One of them is how high up she is when she does the super, because she takes longer to land if she does it from high up. One of them is how much she mashes the super. The more you mash the super, the longer it takes to land. Yeah, these it can be unsafe on hit. And the last factor is the screen positioning. Ibuki SA1 does not push the opponent back if they're cornered. Ibuki's SA1 has pretty similar frame data on block and hit. And parry too, actually. That comboed. No short stand jab. I didn't know that was a thing. She can't get anything from far jab except her fucking TC. Yeah. It's very tempting to heavy DP there. Or like as Oro, I like light DP there. And same scenario. If Ibuki supers, you actually just lose. Ibuki can also parry there. Tried to hit him in his landing recovery and missed it. Cool little juggle. Oh, he missed the parry, maybe? That dizzy. Ibuki's fucking +7 on block, stand jab, or whatever it is. If you can't duck Ibuki stand jab, it's a fucking obnoxious normal. Far jab. It was a valiant effort. He got the pre-freeze parry, so that was nice. He didn't have to do a red parry at any point. Nice. Love that combo every time I see it. Oh no! Got hit! Oh no! I don't remember the juggle potential on that. That looked like it just... No, I don't know. I can't tell if he landed or not. I think he did. I don't know if you have to parry that mid-air or not. I had a meal right before I started streaming. Even though it was like 3 AM, I was like, I'm not going to be able to get to sleep until I fucking process this. And now here I am. Oh, I didn't finish telling my story of why my week was shitty. Has this ever happened to any of you guys? One of my friends on Discord just fucking messaged me. It was like someone I only kind of know. And they were like, do you like me? Or like, it wasn't even do you like me, it was would you care if I killed myself? Which was like immediately like fucking alarms. The nanosecond I read that, I was like, oh shit. I'm gonna have to like do a shitty ass fucking home therapist job right now and attempt to convince this person to get therapy even though they won't. When you randomly get called on to fucking talk someone down from suicide. It was someone I liked too. Not that I knew them super well. I've had that happen to me a couple times, and it's not like I surround myself with these people. Or at least not on purpose. I did my best. I was real. I was just like, yeah, it would suck if you died. It's someone who's made amateur games, and I basically told them that. I was like, I like that you've made games, I want to make games myself. I admire you for actually doing it. And then this person has been messaging me like every fucking day since then. Which I don't mind. But, you know. It's stressful to hear someone like, you know. I'm worried that they're just going to fucking log off and that's going to be that. Never going to hear about them again. Nope. Video ended. Time to watch another one. Nice and quiet. Turn up a little bit. Whoa. Hugo? Hug you? Here, Mountain Hugo. SA2 Urian? Huh? Maybe they got a new account. That's what I tell myself whenever I look at my old Steam friends list. I've had enough Steam friends that at least some of them must be dead. My Steam friends list is like as big as it can possibly be, which is like, you know, so it's 100 people. Can't believe they put a cap on that shit. What were they fucking doing? Imagine if you had caps on your friends list in fucking Skype or whatever. Maybe you do. I don't know. Maybe I never hit it. What is the super? You didn't even have juggle potential left. I don't know what the fuck the juggle state is. It probably consumes juggle points each hit. I doubt it leaves you with a free juggle state. I've never seen any juggles with that. Oh! He's kind of making it look good. Anti-air SA2, huh? Versus Hugo? Having a strong anti-air super versus Hugo is immensely helpful for shutting him down, because he's got a giant hitbox when he's falling. And if he can jump in parry for free, or not for free, but if he can get the right read and land on you, that's pretty catastrophic. I generally like making videos, which is one of the reasons I do it. And if I really wanted to, I think I could just say, I could like have just a Twitter message just like, I feel like taking a break, and people would understand. People are generally very forgiving about what I do. They're just like, okay, Beth, you can have this one. Whoa. Yeah. That's dizzy. You don't see that combo very often. That was going to go into a super as well if it didn't kill. I say 2 Urian, huh? It's actually a really short bar. Look, now I'm looking at it. It might be shorter than his mirror. I think it is. Yeah, it's definitely shorter. Most of the videos I'm making for SF3 right now are really quick too. And I get paid because of ads. The short videos don't give that much ad revenue though. But, you know. Does she? I didn't notice. He missed the punish. That would have won. He would have won right there. If that stand strong tackle hit, because it would have been SA2. Tackle is cancels the tackle or SA2 confirms. SA2 is the hardest super for Urian to confirm. Well, you don't really confirm into mirror per se. Well, you confirm off of scenarios rather than hits usually. Huh? I thought it was like based on the outfit you pick for Hugo. In fact, I think it is. Don't quote me. Because I know her color changes if you pick the secret Hugo color. She looks like black or mulatto or something. Whoa. Default's Roxy instead. That was nice. Good charging. That worked. How fast is that super? I would have expected SA1 to work there, but seeing SA2 work there is kind of interesting. He's really making SA2 Urian look good in this matchup. It's a bit harder to control Hugo's movement, even though he's so big and slow. Like, actually cornering him, I feel, is a bit of a trick. Compared to, like, Q, where it's very easy. SA2 Urian, this is really cool. This is like something you never see. I've seen so much footage of Third Strike. 1 frame start, it's that fast? Whew. That's actually good then. I never would have guessed. Jump jab, parried. Grudge Fierce? Whoa. Grudge Fierce probably would have been too slow with the timing up he did. But instead he did a fucking jab confirm, which was weird as hell. I knew Tyrant was fast as fuck. Was that jump into jump from Hugo? We'll never know. Just fucking reversal super. Yeah, look at this. That's not a hard parry. I think he just parried early and then was a little bit, like, surprised at the way the scenario played out. He probably thought he had to parry, like, the air fireball or parry soon or something. Yeah. That's like the appeal. That's the reason to pick SA2, is the dizzy is really high. It's generally a little bit combo unfriendly, especially from juggles. You can like lose hits very easily. MK11 with the Chad for my work. Probably not. Very nice combo. Alright, that actually worked. I've seen that super fall out loads of times at high juggle potential. But he actually, like, that was a high juggle state and he still got it. I don't think his matchup was that bad. He's kind of making it look better, is the thing. I think his matchup normally is like only like 6-4 for Urian. I played a little bit of MK11, but off stream. I never see Melina's anymore when I watch footage of people play. I only saw a few right at the beginning. Her, maybe it's better now, but last time I checked her, what do you call them? Variations were a mess. Very shitty. I feel like there was just 2 good ones and the rest are garbage. Like they either do nothing or they make her actively worse. So everyone just picks the 2 good ones. It's the command grab and the improved normals. Or like the extra strings, rather. And then the last one's just like a free pick because nothing changes anything. Condom Dash seems to make her actively worse. Yikes. Or Air Teleport seems to be kind of useless. Air Fireball looks slightly, mostly useless. Maybe just a little bit good. My other character that I was playing was Kano, and Kano has like nothing but good variations. Like everything is good. The extra strings are super good. Snakebite is super good. The pull is super good. The acid spray is super good. Command grab is super good. It's like you really just want all of them. It's really hard to make a call because everything is strong. Vegemite is really good. I don't remember the ones I'm forgetting. This is making this look really hard. Yo! Okay, at first I was like, did that really just work? That was the right play, but he should have blocked low. I don't know. I don't know why they changed it. It's a mystery. I didn't even know about that, but I usually play on the Japanese version. That's not true. I think I usually play on US. I don't remember which one Fat Kid uses. I think he uses US now. GGPO, I think UC's Japanese. I don't remember. I like can't picture the difference. The only thing that changes is just the names of the supers, generally speaking. They go from the Japanese to the English. Instead of being Tengu Stone, it's Tenguishi. What was that? Why didn't you confirm a super? God damn, this is so cool to see SA2 Urian. This is a treasure. This replay archive. I should organize my third strike videos a little bit better so you can go back and like see when you get something weird, SA1 Yon. But it does happen really rarely, so it's hard to even find any footage of this. But the thing about this is especially interesting is it's not just an off super, it's an off super and a guy making an actual case of why you would use it in a particular matchup. I'm blessed to play a character who has 2 extremely viable supers. Wow, late. Shoot down backbreaker is really good if the opponent's going for a parry. Oh, that was him trying to early button, trying to beat shoot down backbreaker, I bet. And then Hugo did fucking crouch fierce anti-air, which worked for some reason. That's not a great anti-air. It's okay. I think it trades your wins usually, but it's very slow, so it's hard to actually use. It's a very shitty button. It's one of the shittiest normals in the whole game. And that's like, you know, it's quite impressive in this game because there's a lot of shitty normals in it. That's like the one time you'd maybe see crouch fierce. Anti-airing someone who you had already trained with another anti-air option that crouch fierce beats. Nice. Don't think it was a pickup there. There would be if he did cancel the mirror, but he doesn't have mirror. What was that? That neutral super jump looked hella weird. Incredible. Using it as a reversal too. Incredible. Ah. Oh, he went for the gold there. That's a launch and you get a juggle state, but he did crouch fierce from too far away maybe? I don't know if he could have micro walked or it was just because the crouch fierce hit so far away, because it was like a max range crouch fierce. I think he blocked low for like a fucking frame there. Towards strong whiff punish, that's cool. You don't see that very often in this matchup. That's not a very good normal in this game. SF3 would train you that towards strong is a super good normal for Urian. Actually, it's kind of shitty. Urian is generally a lot less combo friendly in SF3. Look at that. Look at that. If Hugo parried that, it was safe too. That's the best part. Because it's a fireball super, 5-hit fireball, you recover before the opponent does, as Urian, if they parry it. That was smart. He had the parry, and then it was an awkward parry. Oh no, the Urian! How come the Urian fucking won all those times and we got to keep watching him, and then he lost once, and it's like, okay, bye. Come back, Urian player. Instead we got boring-ass Alex. I think this is a matchup where Alex is actually supposed to do really well. Rare footage of a winning matchup for Alex. Maybe you guys can believe that. He likes jump fears. That's hard for Hugo to deal with, because he's very tall. So you use the block stun of jump fierce to jump again, and then jump fierce again. And if one hits, you can theoretically land in super. Yeah, I think you're right. I think you're onto something. I honestly never noticed it. Or like, if I noticed it, I just thought it was based on the color of the Hugo palette. Stay fierce. Wow, low parry. That's not too bad of an option there. No, his confirm sucked. That parry is smart. Different characters have different things to be easy there. That's probably Hugo's ideal easy thing, because it's not a red parry. You got an hour to time that parry. Nice. Mid-screen, if you block Alex super, you want to block one hit and then walk back, and then get a jumping combo. In the corner, it's kind of awkward because sometimes like the first hit and the fourth hit will hit you, depending on your character. Or like the first hit will hit you, and then the others will, you'll block it, the others will whiff. And then the grab will hit. So you have to like jump perfectly before the grab. While not jumping too early, you'll eat the fourth hit of the super. But of course, you can always just walk in a little smidge and parry the fourth hit of the super and then jump. There's a lot you can do. You can block one hit and instantly hit a button if you want. In a perfect world though, you block and then back up and then jump. You must have really strong legs to jump that high. You guys ever think about that? especially with his body. It's kind of weird because like he can't jump that high even with like a neutral super jump, and yet he can do it while holding someone else for his fucking SPD. I never thought about that. If he can jump that high, you think he would just do it like, you know, in general. While I'm at it, shoot down backbreaker. Heavy shoot down backbreaker goes really far. Why can he jump that far? He goes like full screen. Why can he jump that far with that move, but he can't jump that far just with the jump? Some things going on with Hugo's strength. Early body press. EX knee is actually an alarmingly shitty anti-air. Not only is it like pretty shitty at beating air normals, but also it can be parried. And actually the regular one can be parried as well. For whatever reason, Capcom was just like, yeah, I think you should be able to parry EX knee. It would only be okay if it was unparryable. Alex has a lot of good ticks into command grab. More importantly, it's kind of a pain to, whoa, try and get out of the way of those command grab ticks. So a lot of people just eat the command grabs. That's kind of how it is in SF5 as well, but it's a bit more balanced than SF5. Nice. Those little low TC. That's really hard to do. Yeah. Huh? I thought it was gonna chip on the first hit. I thought that was only not dumb because it was gonna chip on the first hit, but actually he could have died. That was a blue parry that Hugo ended up blocking. Here's a matchup between two characters that are theoretically low tier, and yet I can't imagine that Necro loses. Seems like that would be really good for Necro. I don't know, actually. But Necro's another one of them air quotes low tiers. The only actual low tiers in this game in my book are Alex, Remy, Yan, and Sean. I mean, Yan, what the fuck? Sean and 12. Yan's a low tier, guys. Oof. Most of the cast in SF5, you like want to eat the command grab versus the mix-up. The only exceptions are like Mika and Geef, I think. Maybe there's another one. Does Nikali get good Oki off of command grab? He certainly does after EX command grab. Depending on his ender, I guess. This Necro's playing it really well at this end game. That was nice. That was like a bunch of like really low risk, smart decisions by the Necro. He just boxed Alex up in that corner. Oh, is it gonna hit? Yeah. There's still Joker potential left. We might get both. I don't know. The thing about 11 is that he took almost no development time, which is why they added him even though they never announced him. 11 was free. Necro would actually be a really high class character. Nice. He buffered. That's a really good habit. Is when you do the electricity in neutral, you buffer super because the only way it's gonna hit is if the opponent like moves their way into it. So there's no real danger of the electricity being blocked, and thus the super being blocked. So you just buffer the fuck out of the super wall mashing electricity. Nice. Starting to get sleepy. Last night, I got in bed at like 3 a.m. and then I just laid in bed for a super fucking long time. And I didn't fall asleep until like 9 a.m. And it was just like, wow. Would have been nice if I fell asleep before this. Gotetsu. He's a character in the lore. I think he's dead. He's the father of Goken and Goki. Not the grandfather, just the regular father. That'd be kind of cool, but also another Shoto, so. Snore. I've had days like that. It especially happens when every now and then I get on a schedule where I'm sleeping twice a day. I'll like sleep for 6 hours naturally, and then I'll wake up, and then later on I'll want to go to sleep again, and then I'll sleep for another 6 hours. I feel like I don't see that link very often anymore. It's kind of refreshing to see it again. Red parry attempt? You gotta hit crouching though. Too late. Nice. I've had that too. It all depends on your REM. How lucky you are. I had this recently, I haven't had it in a little while. Nice combo. Big damage. Oh, just double taunt? No, one taunt and back up. That's a little bit weird. Should have been one taunt and go in, I feel. I had this recently. It's the first time I've had it in a super long time where I woke up to a nightmare and I really didn't want to go back to sleep. Because I was afraid if I went back to sleep, I would go back into the same nightmare. It was I forget what the nightmare was about. I think I mentioned it while I was streaming last time I streamed. I have had sleep paralysis. I've had it like 3 or 4 times. And every time I saw the fucking shadow. Most terrifying thing in my life. So for people who don't know, people with sleep paralysis, often when they're experiencing sleep paralysis, they fucking see like a shadow person in the room with them. And you like want to wake up, but you can't move anything but your eyes. Damn. Regular sleep paralysis not shitty. Well, the thing is, like, once I kind of knew what was going on, it was kind of, even though you're like just super like liable to getting really stressed out while it's happening, I was kind of able to keep my cool ever since then. It's really hellish if you're experiencing sleep paralysis and it's like I need to wake up and then you try your best to wake up but you just can't do it. That's like, you know, super stressful. And that's when sleep paralysis is the worst. But if you can manage to have that thought, I'm having sleep paralysis, this is nothing, and then attempt to get back to sleep, it's actually very easy to do that. Yeah, exactly. Stay calm and just accept. Whoa, red parry. Love to see it. That's a pretty good time to red parry. Wow! You got snatched out of the overhead. Delete characters who can combo out of overheads except Q. Q can stay. He's the only one in the whole franchise where comboing out of an overhead is not a problem. With SF5 overheads you can combo out of, I mean not overhead, command grabs you can combo out of. Did I say combo out of overheads for that whole thing? Delete characters where you can combo out of command grab. For Street Fighter 5 characters where you can combo out of the command grabs, it's not so bad because the game basically treats them like giant high damage combos. High damage command grabs. Counting down from 10, then trying to swing all your limbs at the same time. I will never remember that by the time next time I have sleep paralysis. Has anyone ever had this? I've described this a couple times on stream, I think, but not recently. One time, I have a vivid memory of being like 10 or so years old and getting into bed and then just closing my eyes and just blinking, and all of a sudden 8 hours passed. And I was like having the same thoughts I was having right when I went to sleep, and I had no recollection of losing all that time. Well, what happened? I've only had it happen once. And it left a really strong impression on me. It was like, what the fuck? It was like 8 p.m. or something, or like 10 o'clock. I don't remember. I was in bed. And I just blinked, and it was morning. And I was like, huh? That's funny. When I wake up in a hospital, I'm usually groggy as shit. But here I was super lucid. Died for a bit. I wonder if it was just a completely dreamless sleep. That was my fucking thought process at the time. When I was a kid, I did a weird thing. I used to sleep with my eyes open. Oh, I didn't sleep with my eyes open. I would try to go to sleep with my eyes open. Like, closing my eyes was not a step to trying to get to sleep. Obviously, once I did fall asleep, I would close my eyes. But, like, the whole time I was waiting to fall asleep, I would just have my eyes open. I didn't feel like I got to sleep any faster for closing my eyes. I stopped doing that. I forget when, but it was like, I don't know, it was probably like 10 or so. Dream with your eyes open? No. I don't think so. Nice. Like command grab walk up super. You don't see that very often, but it's super cool. It's a weird way to confirm super. That works on everyone. Super from command grab can be kind of hard. It doesn't work at all with SA1. Well, it technically does, but you get one hit of SA1. Or two, I think. SA2 can be kind of picky depending on the opponent. SA3 works after command grab to do the quarter circle forward punch version. But, you know, then you're picking SA3. And we wouldn't want that. Oh, rock confirmed the dash punch. Dash punch has a long enough cancel window that you can just buffer super every time. And just super cancel anyone that works. Danger. One thing that's kind of stressful though is that if the opponent is like jumped right then and they're just slightly airborne, you could get a failed confirm. You could get a confirm off of an airborne hit. It's not too much of an issue if you're running SA1 because the SA1 first hit will actually combo from your ATO dash punch, I think. But SA2 will just fully whiff and you'll be unsafe. Well, I don't think you'll be unsafe. Because like the opponent will fly away. You'll burn all your meter. Nice. I feel like I don't usually see SA2 in this matchup. Q can go either way. In most matchups, Q can pick one or two, and they're both good. I would say 2 is probably the more consistent one. I don't know, it's hard to say, because 1 also gives you more meter, and EX is also, like, really consistent. And not even using a super, just having EX. Two is marginally easier to land, maybe, I would say. You've got, like, a few more setups. You can get it after the overhead dash punch. You can get it as an ATR. Oh, he was late. That's really fast. That's a very fast super. So even though I saw he did it kind of late, I thought it would still work. That's a 1 frame startup super, I think. A vivid memory of going to Wednesday night fights and playing a Q player. And in the last round, it was off stream, I think. In the last round, he did a Q super 1 that was blocked. And I red parried the last hit before I punished. And then I won. And after the set, he like shook my hand. He was like, "You didn't have to do that parry," and I was like, "No, I didn't." Fuck it, it's Q. I'm not afraid. Sin strong. Dudley had nothing to do with that though. Nothing to do from that. Wow! Fuck your dash punches. I wonder how it feels for someone to like notice you're having sleep paralysis and then just shake you awake. That must be the most satisfying thing. But I bet that never happens. Late. Has anyone here ever inhaled water? I did one time. It was scary as fuck. I was swimming underwater in a swimming pool, and I tried to surface, and there was like a raft with a family on it, or like a guy. And I was trying to push up against it, but I couldn't get it to move. It was like wide, so, and then I just fucking inhaled water. And then I was fucking coughing for like the next like a while. This is a bad matchup. Played well. This is maybe an 8-2, but definitely a 7-3. This is usually considered to be Hugo's second worst matchup. Oof. Every now and then I realize I'm dreaming during my dream, but I think that's kind of just part of my dream. There have been a couple of times where I've like dreamed and then realized I was dreaming, and then the entire thing completely shifted. It's like, oh, I'm dreaming, so that means I can do anything. And then I was like, oh, that because I can do anything, I can fly. And the rest of my dream was me trying to teach myself to fly. I don't even really want to fly that much, to be honest. I don't know why that was my fucking go-to. I'd rather have like a fucking robo-waifu. Be real. Should I have dreamed about that? Instead of fucking flying. Should have been getting robo-laid. Nice. Can't wait for robot wives to be real. Fucking, we're right on the cusp. They won't be physical for a while. They're gonna be digital only for a bit. Maybe one day they'll be physical. My robo wife is gonna be super tall. She's gonna carry me around. I've had that. Damn, when you like wake up from a nightmare and then you like remind yourself that the events of the nightmare aren't real, and it's just relieving. It's so relieving. Just like something that you remember that was super stressful, and then you remember you don't have to care about it anymore. Nice, that was a real combo. There was no opportunity to parry there. Talking about sleep. Dream a day that never happened. I've had that. Necro Hugo matchup is usually considered to be generally good for Necro, but not like crazy. I think like 6-4 Necro, or maybe a little bit more. Maybe like 6.5. And Necros usually pick SA1 in this matchup, but they can go either way. This is like Necro's best matchup for SA1, I feel. Necro SA1 used to be a lot more common than it is now. It used to be about even frequency with SA3, but now most Necros pick SA3. There's a lot of super tendencies that have changed over the lifespan of this game. That's like one of the biggest clue-ins of when you're watching the footage. It was very common in old Necro footage to see SA1 a lot. SA1 Q also used to be more common than it is now. SA1 Hugo used to be more common than it is now. You don't see that many SA1 Hugos anymore, I feel. Or like only in very specific matchups. I feel like a lot of Hugos just pick SA3 no matter what. Who's Qs? Yeah. Oh, Necros. Yeah. Also true. Sustained Fierce, I think. Q tried to do. Did he just try it? You can like link, I think low jab links to super, but it's hard to do. But he did low jab and then buffered. So it kind of looks like he wanted to do that. It's one frame, but you can piano it. The real difficulty is actually confirming it, because crouch jab gives you very little time to see that you hit. He hit the red parry. He tried. Just didn't get it. Looks good. Even if Hugo landed there, I think he still would have been recovery. That's why people usually whiff the crouch jab there. That is actually pretty weird to time. I think the crouch jab makes it a lot more easy. The short got supered. What does media the short even do for Q? There's like 0 damage and there's no combo from it. Nice. Ah, that was so good. Nice. Oh, hi, did I see you in that Euro tournament? Are you like actually a super good Monop player and I never knew? Maybe. That was crazy. I saw that and I was like, fuck. I haven't seen like a Euro tournament in a long time. When's Red Bull Kumite?
Are you ready? Go!
Oh, is it already happening? Is it this weekend? I just heard them discussing it, and it was like, oh, it's gotta be coming up. That's exciting. I think Evo is happening, right? So, like, sure, you can and Evo got bought by, Sony or something? Maybe? I think Evo got bought by Sony. I don't remember if Sure You Can did too. I think so. Yeah. Event Hub still seems like it's doing pretty well. Oh, he dropped it a little bit. Or maybe he wanted that to play out like that. Whoa, careful. It's hard to punish for Q. SA1 is your only reliable punish, you need to pick it. The thing is, a lot of the stuff I used to go to, like Event Hubs and Sure You Can for, I don't really need to anymore. There aren't that many people posting like combo videos and shit anymore, so like that's not super relevant. And the people who do post combo videos, I'm just subbed to them on YouTube. So I saw Desk's new video or whatever. Or like patch notes, we don't need like a place to do that anymore. The developers kind of do a lot of the work for us, you know? Like if I hear there's like a patch for SF5, it's just like, okay, let me head to Capcom Fighters YouTube channel and watch the fucking footage. No, it's like actually, it's further from being solved than SF5 is. There's so many things that people don't do that are like theoretically possible and strong. The really obvious one to point to is red parries, because basically every 2-hit attack in the game can be reaction red parried, and people never go for them, but like they're good to go for. There is quite a lot of tech still, yeah. As someone who's played this game for like 15 years. Nice. People would still play it even if it was solved, I think. But like, if it's solved for like fucking, if you look at SF5 and you're like, oh, SF5 has been solved, look at Punk. Like, most people aren't Punk, you know what I mean? People talk about that with chess. It's like fucking, what if a computer engine solves chess? It's like, well, you know, that's the level they're playing at. But what if we're fucking, you know, Joe Schmo? We can't do that. Game's not solved for us. I've only started learning a few red parries just recently. The new tech generally keeps the top tiers top. Or like a lot of characters who are good in this game are good because of like the depth. Like it's hard to figure out where even there would be depth on Sean because he's just got such a weak kit in general. There's not a lot of nuance to most of his attacks. But obviously there's a shitload of nuance to something like Aegis or Gene. Aegis. Oh yeah, chess engines have been stronger than human players for a super long time. Parry the 2 in Yum 1, 2, 3? Why not the 3? I feel like if you're parrying anything, you should parry the strong because it happens later. Parrying the 2 might be better because they can't EX up kick you. I don't know. I'm assuming we're talking about jab short strong. I feel like if you can't play a character optimally, playing a character is a good way to get to a point where you'll eventually be able to play the character optimally. Wow, dash, dash, SA2. And then he dropped the ender. He thought he was closer to the corner than he was. He tried to do something that would be super easy. Same Fierce does a lot of active frames. But, he blundered it. Blundered. I feel like in every single fighting game, like you can't do the optimal stuff with every character until you play for a while. That word's fierce. Looks kind of whack. A lot of things, even if you can't do it perfect, like you can get something out of it. It depends on the thing. I did very jank versions of SA2 loops well before I could actually do SA2 loops. You should reply to yourself. You could have just posted again. Nice, that was actually the punish. Just wait for him to stop and then punish him. It's always at the same time. You just parry everything so that there's no footsies is definitely a bad take. Throws are bad is a weird take. I'm not gonna say it's a bad take. Throws have super low damage in this game compared to like, you know, whatever other meaty kind of thing you can do. So you often have to throw someone over and over and over. But throws have a really valuable role in the mix-up because throws actually punish parries, whereas very few other things truly punish them. Car throws are kind of good. I mean, they're better than throws. It's nice having a throw range that the opponent has to, like, guess tech. Throwing someone from outside their throw range. Well, bad SA2 loops can still, like, open people up. Create scenarios people have never been in. It's like, theoretically, it's a 10 when fully unlocked, but when it's not fully unlocked, even if I'm not super good at the loop, it's still like an 8. Whereas Tengu Stone in that same matchup might be like a 7. You know? SA2 for Oro is kind of a unique example, though, because it's like, there's a kind of fundamentally correct way to do it, generally speaking. But also, like, there's a million ways things can still go okay if you don't get that fundamentally correct way. I feel like practicing in real games just gives you, like, you know, practice for real games. I don't think there's some magical thing where it's like, I'm trying to win, therefore I can't practice. I feel like those two can coincide. Doing stuff more gets you better at it. If you were only labbing it, or if you were, I feel like you wouldn't get as much practice if you were labbing it, but also like doing it during matches. All the hard stuff I learned to do like in matches, but I didn't even start with a lab. I feel like as long as you're playing, you're getting experience no matter what. Doesn't matter if it's in the training room or a fucking ranked match or casual match or tournament. There's more to lose, I guess, if you're doing in tournament. But that doesn't mean you're not getting better at it. Into your roundhouse. Oh, got the combo. That works on Dudley. Dudley works on a few characters. EX uppercut to AOTC. That's super cool, isn't it? Nice. She can normally super cancel that to make it safe, but if you go for that parry, the super cancel window never shows up. Because that parry happens after the super cancel window already disappears. Oh no, he did the OS parry block and mistimed the second one, I think. Nice. Bookie with the read. Well, the thing is, she was probably reading like a stand forward. Forward roundhouse, whatever. It really depends on the tech, but a lot of things are still useful even if you're not doing them perfect. Like, even if you can't do Dan's Infinite, if you can get a few reps, that's good. Ah, it was the wrong normal. He had a juggle there. This is looking close to Dizzy. No, what the fuck? What was that supposed to be? SA2? I didn't even notice. No, he's dead. I could not tell you this matchup. It's probably 5-5, but I have no idea. Fucking SA2 Hugo. This is pretty rare. SA2 is actually unparryable. I wouldn't be surprised if it just worked there as a punish, but he didn't have any super meter. Oh, she missed it. She got the attack coming down. Whoa! Why was it clap though? It should have been SPD or something. Yo, hold on. No, but this is still super hard because she still got super. What are you gonna do? Yeah, what are you gonna do? If he came down with body press, I think he actually would have won. Well, he couldn't. There was no combo from body press. I guess he could have done fucking body press a little short, fucking EX Lariat or something. Parry back strong. He had super to like instantly win, I think, but he didn't do it. He probably tried to. Because both the super and the back strong confirm the. I mean, both the parry and the back strong confirm super. Hugo SA2 is not useless, but it's the hardest super to use. And the damage is actually not as high as you would probably hope. It's only about as high as like his SA3. You can confirm it from his ultra throw, which is kind of cool, but you take a big hit in damage there too. You can do like ultra throw clap super too. That's pretty easy. Was red parry that maybe? Maybe just fucked up. No, not like that. What the fuck? That was obviously not gonna work. That was a weird decision. These players are playing real strong. I wouldn't think that would be matchup experience. Maybe he went for red parry, final hit into SA2. I mean SA3. Something like that. I don't know. Hard for Ibuki to punish. That actually kind of worked. I was gonna say I don't know if she has anything here, but she got the first 2 hits of EX Ibuki. I don't know, because I think Necro did commit before Ibuki could. Or did he? I'm not sure. I still don't like it. Ken. Ken's colors are so vibrant. Anti-air medium DP. Classic. No! Wrong special. That's an unsafe slide. Ken got a nice punish. Normal. But he had to go into uppercut. Looking real good for Ken right now. Ideal corner position. Yeah. That recovers pretty fast. Whoa. Nice? No, not nice. Whoa, Ken just didn't even fucking block that or anything. Yes, that's good against people who do parry there. It's only kind of good because they could parry into block. Nice sequences by Sabuki. Shoutouts to this game which has no cancelable crouch freeze for Ibuki. Suffering. Well, jump cancels anyway. Nice. That was perfectly timed to make Ken commit. And then catch him right as he commits. Ibuki SA1, there aren't that many confirms for it, but the risk reward is so nice for her. It's just very non-committal to do. Is this SA2 again? I can't tell. I think it's his. I think everything in this game was rotoscoped, and they just put different amounts of effort into all the frames. I think I heard that sometime from someone who came in here. Nice. SA2 ATR. It's quite a lot of damage. SA3 probably does that much raw. It's a boogie health. Oh my. That overhead safe on Parry. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. This is close to death. Oh, that wasn't a punish. She's committed. I do that. Walk in like a couple frames, low parry. It's usually low forward that you parry though, not fucking stand forward or whatever that was. Drills are pretty hard to deal with. Hugo's like terribly losing the positional battle, but he's actually winning the health battle, which is kind of funny. No, he's kind of not. Really? Whip punish? Nice. Good shit. There's a slight vacuum effect to that. Looking at the vacuum effect of Ken's Shippu versus the vacuum effect of 12's axe, when I was doing all the Shippu punishes, if the very tip of Ken's Shippu hits you, it like pulls you in for the following hits. And then 12's axe just knocks you way the fuck away, so it only gets like one hit. I was looking at that because I had to do both briefly. I was doing Shippu the whole time, and then I was briefly punishing with 12 on Ken's Shippu. And it made me, I was like, fucking hell, this is like pure, like, top tier privilege. Nice. It's a one frame loop into itself. Oro! My favorite. This is 6.5, 3.5. I'm fairly confident in that number. I play this matchup quite a lot. Oro has mobility that Necro cannot shut down, as usual. I would tentatively say Oro has the best mobility in the game. I can't think of someone with better. Oh, nice. This is almost done. Oh, it is done. I thought he had to get like a follow-up hit, like a back strong or something. He just got it. Was electricity... No. I think it was optimal. Oh, that's pretty clean. SA2 is the right super here, I think. He could have... No, he didn't have meter. That could have been a parry. Oh. He's too close. He can't get another loop of this, maybe. Maybe he can. That was good for Oro, but he dropped it. Whoa. Just super canceled right away. Crutch Fierce? No, what the fuck? Okay, okay. This guy's the expert. I'm just a fucking clown. Yeah, look at this. Fancy. Super Jump Fierce? Yeah, I knew. Fancy combo. EX Fireball's good in neutral. That juggle's not super duper hard to do, but it starts off a weird starter. Car throw. EX Fireball. And then a kind of loose cross up unblockable. He didn't really have that. He kind of had it. Wake up low short EX uppercut. I never do that, but I could. It works on the same principle as Remy doing it. It's an overhead jump medium kick. That was very weird and awkward looking. Every Aura player plays like they fucking... Like they just found out their fucking mom died. And they're just trying to play a normal game and they're just thinking like, oh, what does third strike look like? What am I supposed to do here? So like half the things they do are like sensible and the other half are just like, what the fuck? Like you're supposed to be random in this game. A little bit. Just so you don't get parried. Nice. But finishing clap with towards strong is kind of good in this matchup. Nice! Holy shit. If that hit, he was dead, so that was kind of scary. Oh, never mind, he's dead anyway. I wonder how many months until I'm playing Oro. 1? 2? I like this. I do supers like this all the time. Yeah. Oh. EX clap was smart. That's like what you do there. Oh, that was... Yep. That was perfect for the Oro player. Yup. That's what it's supposed to look like. I've never seen Oro players do that. You have to just be shameless in this matchup. Fuck it. Hugo doesn't have a good escape. What about these? Damn, I watched one fucking Gotham chess video. It wasn't one, but it was a few. And now my fucking YouTube subs are just Gotham chess. Make it stop. Is that Oro again? SA2 versus Shotos. That's new school. Classically, it was SA3 versus Shotos. They still upload? That was slightly mistimed. Oh, failed confirm. Ken should die here. Unless Oro fucks up. Ooh, I got scared there. Oh, I was correct to get scared. What the fuck is this nonsense? He had ideal screen position. Why did you do that? I think he got the cross up on the, Ken reset his juggle potential there with the parry, and then got hit, and Oro did uppercut, but it missed. a-cho is the arcade itself, I think. And they have a weekly. Crush jab, rare footage. That normal does nothing for Oro. This is the color I always, whenever I do fucking Christmas streams of Third Strike. That was a thing I did for years. On Christmas Day, I would hop on Fightcade and do matches with this color. Christmas themed Oro. He's the Grinch, dude. This is the Grinch. I guess he gets a real overhead leg mix up there. I guess that's kind of good. Like, kind of weird. I don't normally see Oros do that. But if you did overhead, you probably get Link so strong. See how he did a fireball and then dashed in immediately after it? There. That's like super vulnerable to like low forward cancel. There you go. There's your hard answer. One hit, baby. That's Oro. Whoa, the double super. Yeah, this is smart. Now you get a guaranteed mix-up on the other one, and you get the chip from both. That was 100% the right play, to do two supers there. That meter's going to do nothing for him. Except as, you know, a double super. Oro actually has some crazy stuff he can do with double supers. Even with, like, a bad super setup, you can double super to get a good super setup out of the bad super setup. Which is something that most people haven't bothered to lab. I labbed it once a long time ago, and I haven't really thought about it since. Every now and then I do it in very particular instances. If you've got a glut of meter, you often don't need it all. Real cross up, but Neko just did reversal throw, classic. But you can do like a fucking, like a juggle state where you only get like, where you get like for example, you can get stand strong 2 hits into super. And you'll get like, you know, 2 hits of super, or 3 hits or 4 hits of super. But if you double super, you can still get an unblockable out of that because it'll be like, you know, you'll get an unblockable with the second super, which doesn't hit at all. Not only that, but it's a really easy unblockable because it's a 4-hit super. And you threw it out later. So there's some tech there. Parry on landing? Yep. It's free meter. No downside. Nice. Neko was anticipating jump and stomp. So Oro did empty jump low forward. This could go either way. Oh, scary, scary. Oh, I like that. Now it's over, I think. What? Okay. Okay. That was super stressful. That was the only thing you had to read was that fucking jump drill. You didn't even fucking read it. Not throw a hard fireball there. Haha, that combo's on hit. Early jump, medium kick. I like that. This guy playing a lot of stuff I like to do. There, he's just blocked out. Oh, a few times ago, there was like that aura player. It might have been this guy who just kept doing that, and the opponent kept on just not blocking their way out. Mysteries of the universe. But this guy seems to have an understanding of how to fucking block. Looking real good for Necro. Yeah, that was cool. If Necro got out of the way, that stand light kick would have just whiffed, and nothing would have happened. Nice. Building meter in this matchup as Aura is really hard. You like maybe win without meter, and you absolutely win with meter, but building meter is difficult. Ugh. Card himself into range. Nice. It's super easy to just get a bunch of damage on Hugo with a raw super. Oh! Hugo successfully shook out, but in this game, in SF4 and SF5, you get put into a state where you automatically block regardless of what your inputs are if you shake out a Dizzy. But in this game, you know, you just shook out a Dizzy, you probably just inputted something that counts as a special move. What we saw was a clap. Cool. Cool interaction. Jump jab, jump strong, jump jab. I think it was jump jab. I don't know what the fuck it was. They have the same animation. It was like a weird. You don't hit either of those normals ever. I like that a lot. Early jump, medium kick, dash out, dash it in. That's super smart. I played TMNT Tournament Fighters at a oh, double super here. Double super, yeah. Yeah. He knew. Yeah, smart. Smart. I love the way this Aura is playing. He's playing a lot like me, but like maybe better. You also have to hit no attacks the moment you shake out too. Oh, but I went to a friend's house one time and played TMNT Tournament Fighters, and it was the first fighting game I ever played with supers, which were a new concept to me, and I was like immediately enamored with them. I guess it probably ripped off of ST, huh? Or did it fucking predate ST? What's the first fighting game with supers? I remember Donatello had like one where he like shot like a fucking dragon beam at you. I thought this shit was the coolest. That was literally one of my earliest ever interactions with fighting games. I didn't yet know that they would be important later in my life. Super was good there. It was only kind of good. He didn't have good screen position for looping. He had good screen position for one unblockable, and then once he got it, he got it. Wah! I would have done a Crota setup after I dropped that, but I don't even know if he dropped it or what. Whoa! Okay. Yup, perfect. Absolutely perfect timing and angle. And then he cut out early, just to, you know, do a combo that you couldn't drop. Ah, that was great buffering too. Or great partitioning. But I guess he was too close? I don't know. I bet that works mid-screen, but not in the corner. Well, I bet it can work in the corner. ST was like 94, wasn't it? Or was it earlier? Damn, I didn't know this was a thing. Didn't know there were all these things that were like, you know, doing supers. Supers are really badly implemented in ST from what for what it's worth, from in my opinion, I should say. A lot of supers in that game are like, oh, you're winning, just win harder. Because you don't usually get them until you're like up a lot. Yeah, the instant overhead stuff. He added a short. What did that really do? Dizzy. That looks super awkward, but it worked. What is this? What is that? There's no way that super hits if the fireball hits. I think he wanted the fireball to hit. But he would have had a soft knockdown. Maybe you still get the unblockable with the soft knockdown, because every now and then that works. Necro's grab is blockable. One of them is, and just because it would be really broken if it wasn't blockable. It's like a fucking half screen low. Imagine if you couldn't block that, it'd be crazy. Wow, snatched him from so far away. Yeah, there was no way that was gonna work. Heavy uppercut, and he just mistimed it. I think he picked the wrong uppercut. That looked like medium, and I don't know if medium works at all. If it does work, it might be better. Heavy's a lot more reliable though. He should have done EX. Why talk about heavy uppercut? Heavy uppercut was the right play. I usually do roundhouse there. Kind of non-committal. Yo, perfect. Perfect, 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 perfect. I thought he was going to petition a fireball. I was hype. This is Hugo's stage. Heavy fireball I used to think was super broken in this matchup, and I still use it quite a lot, but Hugo can counter poke it really easily with that stance strong. And actually he comes out ahead in damage. So it ends up being kind of difficult in the long run. Whoa. If he got all the hits, that would have killed. But the angle was bad when he started getting it. He got as many hits as the game would allow. A raw super is probably good here, I feel. There we go, he did one. This is difficult for Hugo. He should have been ready for that. That was the one thing he had to be watching for. It's difficult, though, because he had to walk in. And if he walked, he scrolled the screen. And if he scrolled the screen, Hugo could walk out of the way of the booger. No, the aura's gone. It was a good aura. Kind of hype, wasn't it? You guys like it? I liked it. Maybe I have blatant favoritism for aura players. That was weird, wasn't it? It was fun, though. It's really the key. If something's fun, I don't give a fuck. That was like a change out of nowhere, though. I think he didn't have that in Omega. I'm remembering pre-release footage of USF4 where Hugo was doing Ultra 1, and people were like, oh my god, it's so fast, it's like one frame. Not realizing it was a fucking 720 super. Well, even the people playtesting it like weren't sure if it was a hit or a grab at first. Because in Cross Tekken, Hugo's super was a hit. Was there a grab super in Cross Tekken? Zangief, I think. He might have been the only one. Not counting like Raging Demon. I can't think of another grab super. Nice. With punishing with SA3 is super sexy. Heavy DP? I guess that probably does more damage than light DP. Do you need a Kara for Hugo in the corner? Whoa, it's starting to get light outside. Fuck, I work today. Isn't that such a fucking bummer to remember? I don't work for a while. I got over 12 hours before my shift. Red. There was no way, even with Kara, that was going to work. But fucking raid. Party of 21. Decent number. I was just musing about how it was getting light out. I'll have to be asleep for a little bit. Argentina. Wow. Hello. Argentina, huh? Say something in Spanish for me.
Are you ready? Go.
Buenas. That's a good one. Alexis D, he missed it. He was too late. Alexis D is usually what you do there. Damn, look at all this. I don't speak any fucking Spanish. I know how to say I don't know how to speak Spanish, and that's it. I don't even know if I know how to say it. No habla español. Something like that. Spanish in Argentina, right? Ugh, that wasn't safe. What if a second super happened? Would it have killed him? I really wish I knew. I wanted to see the double super and it didn't happen.
Fighters ready. Engage.
Ah, the red parry is so clean. Look at that punish too. The risk reward of that red parry was super good for Ken. You love to see it, unless you're a Necro player. What are all these words? Even the English messages make no sense.
Fighters ready. Engage.
Crouch jab buffer super. That was a cancel. That was a red parry. We didn't get the red frame, but it was there, I promise. Wake up hard DP. Woo. Scary. Whoa! Hard DP in neutral? Was that supposed to be a fireball? What the fuck was that supposed to be? That was such a wild time to do pull hard DP out. No super confirm. He was kind of far, but I think it was going to work. Nice. Missed. Failed confirm. Did he red parry attempt? Yeah, Shipu should punish SA3 from Necro, generally. If it doesn't hit on its first hit, I don't know if it punishes.
Into the heat of the battle. Go for it.
The second hit of Shipu was way slower than the first hit. Just fucking light DP. He probably did red parry light DP, or he tried to, and that's why we just saw that fucking block one hit get hit light DP. It's a red parry attempt that failed. Red parry attempt again. Oh, he's dead. That's the danger of red parries. If they didn't pan out, you can find yourself in a horrible situation very quickly. You don't even need... Against Necro, you can just always do double DP. As long as you start the first light DP connects close. But against every character, you can do high connect light DP into another DP without a Kara. Positioning is important too. You have to be kind of close. Or else you need the Kara, or else it's even impossible. But with Necro, you can literally just do like close strong or low forward, and then 2 light DPs, no Kara necessary. That was crouching hit? Why didn't he super? He had it right? I think so. Nice block. Would have been a nice parry. The EX fireball. Jesus. Seeing Necro dash in neutral. You don't see that very often. Yeah. All your SAs. It would not be that much different. Some characters would be buffed a lot, other characters would not change much. Hugo, I mean not Hugo. Well, yeah, Hugo would be a lot better. Your aim would be somewhat better because he would have an invincible reversal and otherwise still have all the mirror stuff. I think it would be better, I guess, because you'd have healing. And like a super that you could damage with as well. If every super just took X amount of bar to do, I think it would still work. So it's like healing costs the same amount as, you know, always. So you need like 1.5 fucking super 1 bars or whatever to use it. Yeah, everyone but, oh yeah, Ryu would be way better. Way better. Ryu would benefit the most of almost any character, I feel. Because his 3 supers all have kind of different, like, roles. Or I would have the best of all worlds with his, SA2 and SA3. You would get the burst damage of SA3 and the loops of SA2. Nice. It's kind of a fun thought, thinking about alpha style supers. Aism. I mean, there is a character in this game who already works like that, actually. And his name is Gil. Gil has 3 supers and he always has access to all 3 of them. I think in Yatagaras, you always had access to both supers, but you still picked the super before the match. And that super that you picked did more damage. So it was like a weird happy medium between Alpha and Street Fighter 3. Kind of a novel idea. Yeah, Akuma always has access to 3 supers. Or up to 4 if you count air moves, air supers. Since there's an air version of SA1 and SA3. Ah, you hate to see it. That's like my least favorite scenario in this game. I almost kind of feel like if a move is parried, the move shouldn't have a cancel window. But that would make parrying even stronger than it already is, so... Looks good. A reversal super. From well inside range. There aren't that many hacks for third strike in general. I'm not aware of a single hack for third strike that only changes like 1 or 2 things. SA3 with Akuma is the Tatsu. Oh, everyone answered. It's decent. It does more damage than SA2, I think. Or at least the air version does. The ground version might be very similar in damage. And they honestly have pretty similar confirms. SA3 is marginally better for anti-airing, but that's like it's not really a point for it because SA1 is way better than both of them for anti-airing. SA2 has real invincibility if you want to use it like a reversal. I don't remember if SA3 does. SA1 definitely doesn't. Akuma's SA1 is pretty easy to land, but generally pretty unrewarding. It just scales so fast into doing almost no damage. SA2 and SA3, you just don't get that many chances for them, and they don't help in neutral nearly as much as SA1 does. But generally speaking, Akuma has a surprisingly hard time using his super as well. He has a couple good confirms. Low short jab short is shared by all the shadows. And you can use that with SA1 really easily. And he can also do close forward confirms. And that gives him something to do after a parry or as a meaty. And both of those are like very low scaling. But oftentimes Akuma players just use the super in juggles as like basically a hard knockdown move. Because you don't really need the meter for anything else because you got no EX. And most people aren't very good at using KKZ or Demon. They're really hard to use. Nice. Yeah. Was that medium DP? They did very low damage and it looked like I had really long recovery. I think it was medium DP second hit, but I'm not sure. That's a punish? Is that really a punish? If Akuma had EX, he'd be better. Probably. Depends on what the EX did. If he had Ryu's EX Tatsu, that'd be, I guess, an improvement. What does EX uppercut be? Like a double uppercut? Or just like, you know, an extra couple hits? EX Fireball would be useful. He would actually really appreciate that. If it was just the same as Ryu and Ken, he would use that all the time. What else? EX Demon Flip. Yeah. Yeah, Akuma has no EX moves in this game. The lore reason is that he's holding back. The gameplay reason is that all of his moves are EX moves already.
Are you ready? Go.
Yeah. All supers stock 2 bars and they're all exactly the same length. The reason for that is so that KKZ and Demon are the same price for all supers. That's supposed to be buffered. McKen did something. Whoa, it's over. That was like not the punish. It was a sensible looking punish. Heavy spin hook would have been hard to do on reaction. Harder, still possible. Back fierce might not have killed. EX cost meter and he didn't want to burn it. Necro has decent options to chip you out. In fact, they're quite good. You got the EX spin hook, which does really fast hits, hard to react to. A lot of parries. You got the electricity, which is a shitload of parries. Canonically stronger than Gil. We don't know, maybe? Yes? I think he beat Gil and left. So that would be canonically stronger than Gil. I think that's part of the official lore. And then Gil used Resurrection to fucking come back from the Raging Demon or whatever.
Fighters ready. Engage.
Was that really a punish? He ate the drill and immediately laid DP'd and it hit, and it looked kind of like a punish. That's something. I love how many fucking characters Aztec God of Fitness applies to. Gil and Urian seem to be a loose reference to the Pillar Men, but now that I think about it, was Ancient Ogre also a reference to the Pillar Men?
You win. Battle. Into the heat of battle. Go for it.
Wow. Ooh, why'd that fail? That looked good. Vampires are a reference to the Pillar Man. Dracula's a reference to the Pillar Man. Bram Stoker. He was like, one day there'll be a fucking manga called JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. Dio Street Fighter. That would be any character who could stop time, so actually it would be Gil from Street Fighter 3 Arranged Edition. Ooh, nice. Yeah, Gil can freeze his opponents too. You're right. That's technically one of Dio's abilities.
You win. Fighters ready. Engage.
How about eye lasers? Do we have one of them? I can't think of any eye lasers in Street Fighter, but there might be one. I'm just picturing Kazuya or Double Jin. Their little lasers. We're talking about Gil in. They are forehead lasers, aren't they? Dio and not Dio. Gil and Ford Strike. I think he can stop time, but he can't hurt you during stop time. So it's kind of like King Crimson. Kano, now there's a nice iconic eye laser. What about Superman? There's some eye lasers for you. What about Injustice? Remember Soups? Nice confirm.
Final round. Go.
Darkseid had lasers, but I don't remember where they came out. I think they were eye lasers. I never ever saw any Darkseid players. Cyclops is Mr. Eye Laser. That is his whole gimmick. How did I not think of him immediately? Now there's an Eye Laser character. It's gonna be hard to top Cyclops. That's it. That's peak Eye Laser.
You win. Are you ready? Go.
Cyclops gets no love. All because of the movies. Coolest claw character that will have to go to Iori. Comfortably. Iori swings his nails with the best of them. Whoa! What normal was that? I missed it. I blinked. Wake up, low short. I feel like the question followed Cyclops, so Wolverine was obviously an answer. but is Wolverine even cool?
Go for it.
Have you ever read a Wolverine comic? All he does is fucking have horrific things happen to him. I saw pages from a Wolverine comic recently where it was him and Punisher versus a bunch of strangers, a bunch of fucking random fucking biker rapists or whatever. And then Punisher's like, can't be too careful, and he killed Wolverine too. By running over him with a steamroller. That's just it. That's what Wolverine comics are. It's fucking some horrific thing. Wow, that punish! Wasn't that dangerous? What if she dashed into the electricity? What if he just kept mashing? She could have eaten a super, I feel. I don't know, I just saw the whole thing just being posted.
Are you ready? Go.
Or actually, maybe I just Googled it. Maybe I heard that it happened and I Googled it. I don't remember where I saw it. I just saw it. What about Freeman? He's got claws. Doesn't he? I suddenly can't picture any of Freeman's attacks.
Prepare to strike. Now.
Freeman sees no play in the only game he's in. Easy to forget he exists. Can Sean even be considered a shadow? That's a new angle. People are out here arguing whether fucking Guile is a shadow. And then someone's just like, wait, is Sean even a shadow?
Into the heat of battle. Go for it.
Can we truly say Ken is a shadow? I feel like he's a little bit too different from Ryu and Akuma. You know what I mean? I feel like often Ryu and Akuma will have the same blank thing, and then Ken's will be a little bit different, like the EX Tatsu. Like the Far Roundhouse. Shadow Purist, and then the form and function radical is a fucking beach ball. It's Abigail's tire is a Shoto. I could make that for free fucking points on Street Fighter subreddit. Is that graph for what counts as a Shoto?
You win. Fighters ready. Engage.
That would be pretty easy because I think you could fill up every single square. Maybe Sean can do electric shit. Maybe he just doesn't do it. Mario's a Shoto is like... That would be on there. That would be like a function purist form radical.
Prepare to strike. Now.
How about Jago? Is he a Shoto? We have this Shoto conversation so often, but every time there's like a slightly new angle. I'm actually gonna make that meme as soon as I end the stream, so no one make it before me.
Final round. Go.
Is Spider-Man a Shoto? We're pushing the limits here.
You win. Fighting
I don't know what I'm going for Radical. I might actually do Abigail's Tire. What's up? I need to think about a nice meme. Ah, you hate to see it. That's an easy punish to drop. Nice shimmy. Shimmy close forward. It's actually really pretty.
into the heat of battle. Go for it.
Maybe Gorilla Grodd is a Shoto. If I want to go for a fighting game character, but just something ridiculous. I'm trying to think of the funniest, like, Radical. I guess Yang's cat is a Shoto. Vegeta. That's not bad.
Round. Engage.
I feel like it should be a character. But I need something that's like as far as you can get from a Shoto somehow. But I want it to be a fighting game character, I think. So who would it be? Vegeta would actually be a fighting game character.
You win. Now. Are you ready? Go.
I feel like Velsom would be funnier than Zangief. Damn it, I really will just do Abigail's Tire.
Prepare to strike. Now.
How about like someone from Dive Kick? I think that would be good. What if I just do Dive? Javeli, yeah, I think Javeli would be the funniest character. Whoa. That really, yeah, smart.
You win.
Now the Dive Kick character is actually subtly different. There's no two characters here the same.
Are you ready? Go.
Well, some of them are quite different. Lost a hit? Or what happened? Meat from Mortal Kombat. Yes, it's me. Tis I. Delayed universal overhead. Very strong option at that HP. Still defeated by one parry.
Go.
Blaziken. That's a good one. A character from Pokken. Is Blaziken even in Pokken? Who would be the funniest Pokken character? Shadler? Breakson? Breakson is a Shadow? I feel like Chandelier's pretty good. Just because it's got a comedic face, too. I like want to make this meme. But I've still got to sit through fucking 15 minutes of Third Strike footage. I think Chandelier's the best one I've heard so far. Frank West. That one's good, too.
You win. Fighters ready. Engage.
Terry Ashoto. On one hand, I just a little bit understand why you would think that. But on the other hand, that's funny. The character needs to be recognizable is the thing. How many people really know the Lethal League characters? Donkey Kong I actually thought of almost immediately.
Prepare to strike. Now.
Yeah, Donkey Kong... Actually, Donkey Kong might have style. To be frank. Because I think one of the differences with Lanky Kong is that he didn't have style. This was a distinguishing feature.
Into the heat of battle. Go for it.
Peter Griffin, what did he do? I don't remember. That fucking one scene from like early Family Guy. With Peter versus like the fucking laundromat owner. I think Peter was Ryu and the laundromat owner was fucking Honda. Nice parry, nice punish. Beautiful. He had a punish to kill there. It's alright. Everything worked out. The more names I read, the more I'm certain that a Pokemon is the right way to go. I just gotta choose the right Pokemon. Didn't Full House have a fighting game? Home Improvement had a platformer. Yusuke's a Shoto, yeah. I think there's a Full House fighting game, unless I'm making that up. I think that's a real thing. Lucario's too appropriate. That's like the one. That's the Pokemon that's too close. I need a Pokemon that's also definitively not a Shoto for the Radical, which I feel like is Chandelier. Who's a character from a fighting game with a near exact copy of Ryu's moveset? Jago? How close is Jago? I guess I could pull like Alan from Street Fighter EX. Mario was the one I was thinking of. That's the only thing people want to talk about. I'm sleepy. Wait, is that 108? No, it's 100. Ah, that drop, that would have killed. You feel sad? I feel happy. Whenever I see it get blocked, I'm like, yes. God, Necro's design is so cool. Necro would be so terrifying if he stood up straight. You guys ever think about that? Like, have you ever just look at his idle animation and realize how much he bends his knees? It's like Faust, where you don't really get a good idea of the scale of the character. He looks pretty short, but actually he's like really tall. I was just like idly thinking, it was like if Necro like pointed his arms straight down, it feels like they would touch the ground. I was just like, are his arms just that long? And then I realized that his knees are super bent. It's just like if his knees unbent, his arms would still be pretty far from the ground. Good blocking. There you go. Necro would actually be huge if he stood up straight. Like, I'm looking at his fucking sprites. Realizing. He actually can confirm super off of that medium spin. Would have been kind of cool. Dr. Balthead is Faust. It's just people playing King of the Hill casuals, I think. And we just watch it and we enjoy the high level play. Or sometimes the low level play. We don't care. Look at that, that's high level. Hugo, no way he's punishing that with anything, unless he parries last hit. I think Necro is a experimental prototype. I don't remember, I think he was a regular guy who was experimented on. And not like a fucking lab creation. Some Russian guy named Ilya, I think. And they were trying to create someone who could regenerate any wound. Something that could regenerate any wound, of which the result is theoretically 12. Or he's the latest model. I forget the lore with Effie. They like found each other and they're both on the run from fucking the Illuminati or something. Oof. Same age as Necro. That seems a little wishful. I hope so. I don't know how old Necro is. I don't know how old Effie is. Necro's whole design is like a fucking fever dream. I think we just accept it because we had a stretchy guy in the last game. So like it's not that weird. If Dalsub didn't exist, I feel like Necro would be 10 times weirder. Being able to use electricity is something some characters can just do in the Street Fighter universe, so maybe. Anti-air super is really common in this matchup, for Necro especially. Nice, good confirm. Yang. Sayembu Yang. This is the pick. This is the good super in this matchup. Eating eels. I think that's right, isn't it? Cross my blockable stuff. He's just going for the overhead stuff that time. You got the combo. Beautiful. Nice Yang play so far. Ooh. The TC. Blanca's whole lore just makes no sense. They just wanted the weirdest character they could make. So they made him green and then tried to come up with an explanation after. They gave him electricity and tried to come up with an explanation after. They made him not move like a human. The entire character is just a reference to the fucking movie Bloodsport. The entire premise of Street Fighter is just a reference to the movie Bloodsport. There was like a weird tribal guy in that game. I mean, that movie. You see the angle on that? Bloodsport's not even a good movie. That's the best part, is that it inspired Street Fighter and Mortal Kombat, and it's not even good. It's actually a very shitty movie. That being said, I have a big soft spot for Jean-Claude Van Damme. I guarantee it's something. I guarantee it's to build anticipation. I don't think I've ever fought a fucking Yang with Sambu in the last like 10 years. I don't fight Yangs very often, and when I do, they're always SA2. And in one instance, SA1. It's gonna be Ingrid. Ingrid will be the 5th character. It's gonna be Dark Ingrid. Someday, in like a year's time, someone's gonna find this footage and they're gonna be like, "Oh shit, Bath. How did you know? How did you call it, Bath? How did you know it would be fucking Dark Ingrid?" Ingrid wouldn't even make people mad, I feel. It would make people like pretend mad, like, "Oh my god, they finally did it." Blatant Mary Sue character, and then, you know, people would play her. I did successfully call 11. I called a lot of the characters who finally made it in, but a lot of them were very safe picks. There's like, of course, fucking Rose is gonna make it in. I called Akuma, but it's like, you know, who the fuck thought Akuma would never make it in? No, he was invented for SF5. He, like, theoretically always existed. We just know that 12 is, like, a late model in the regenerating human development. So, like, you know, of course there's an 11 at some point. Yeah, I'm not trying to say you should ever pick SA3 versus Aura, but also I never fight it. So I might not have the greatest chance against it. The 1 might just be Necro. You might be the 0. Damn, is it really Saturday? Bad feel. Good feel if you're off on Saturdays, but I'm not.
Fighters ready. Engage.
Whoa. Nice combo. That instant never had might have dizzied. Low strong is just such a, I don't know, from Hugo. It's so underwhelming, I feel. Often it's the best he can get, but it just like does like kind of good damage. Pushes him away. No. There's no cannon way. There's a cannon way to spell it, and you got it wrong.
Go for it.
That one might be the one I would do. Bafaru. I'm the GTG. I'm leaving. I'm going to bed. Video's over.